gentlemen.
Hey everyone, it's Techland Productions and we are back in Harran for another video. Today we are hunting and we are on the quest for Easter eggs in the slums. We specifically targeted the slums for this first video, and all of these Easter eggs you can get as soon as you finish the prologue. So the first one we're looking for is the EXP caliber Easter egg, and it's actually a little bit, lower left of where I placed my waypoint. I was a little off, but you'll see as we get closer. If you want, you can also slow down your YouTube video a little bit and follow exactly with me as I go on my little journey here. You can take the exact same path I did, or you can probably find a more efficient way. I did a lot of swimming, I even edited some of it out because it was taking so long. Okay, so we're coming up on it here. You can see I placed a waypoint more to the left, and the EXP caliber is located to the right on that little island right there. See, we're coming up on it right now, just making our way, swimming along. Took a lot of time. It's wasting so much time just swimming there. So here we go. There it is, the EXP caliber sword right there in that zombie's chest. Very nice. So you have to hold down the square button for about 2.5 minutes to unleash this weapon. When I was watching people like look for this Easter egg and get this sword, I was thinking, 2.5 minutes really isn't that long. It was actually more tedious than I expected. Like, the pad of my thumb was getting sore. I was just so bored watching just the waves slowly roll by. Oh, and there we go. We got the sword. We also get some points as well, so, it's great. And now I also wanted to be able to show you what it looks like when this, the zombie just spontaneously combusts, because that's always fun to watch. I didn't want to, speed this bit up because I actually thought it was kind of interesting. Like, it starts with a little flame right where you pulled out the sword, and the zombie just gets engulfed in flames. Like, you think this is a lot? Like, it gets crazy. I was so entertained watching it. It's awesome. It does take a little while though, so there we go. Look at that. Just be a few more moments until it fizzes down here. Come on. And there we go. We're left with the blueprint for the sword. There it is. Now I'll also show you a little bit what the sword looks like, and as we, travel to our next location, I'll also show you the sword in action. So the next one we're going to is the Destiny Easter egg, the loot cave. It's right in this general area where I placed my waypoint, but I will explain a little bit more where you can find the cave as well. One of the hardest things that I encountered while looking for these Easter eggs was getting to the correct locations. This was my first time ever looking for these Easter eggs. So I was really trying to look off of references and really find my way, and it was actually really difficult because I just started. If you want, you can watch our previous video on this channel where we finished the prologue, but we literally have very little of discovered land here. So a lot of it was dark. Oh, here we go. Nice. Just completely sawed in half. It's awesome. But I had to look for my main trick to finding the locations was looking for the little symbols for herbs or algae or whatever. So if you can find those, it's kind of easy to kind of pinpoint where the Easter eggs are. So this one took a little bit longer to get to. I also had to sneak around because there were lots of virals out for some reason. I also went over some toxic waste that really depleted my health because I'm very impatient and I didn't feel like finding another way through. So obviously you probably don't want to take the same route as me. Okay, so you should come across this safe house when you're pretty close to it. I stopped here just for a second so I could stop at the store as well, because I wanted to, get some items so I can craft more things, maybe craft the sword as well. I also, I spent 10 minutes at that guy's stand, selling and buying, but I edited it out and it came out really smoothly, you can't even tell. But I did spend a lot, I wasted a lot of time just, at that store. So, you can leave the safe house, you can just go around. I thought it was probably near the safe house, so that's why I went there first. But it's by these rocks behind the safe house. So what you want to do to get to it is you want to go around these rocks. If you stay to, your left, you'll probably come across it with not too much difficulty. it's just, you know, a lot of traveling here. Okay, we should be coming across it pretty soon. Like I said, just stay to your left and you'll come across it. You'll know that you found it once you come across these little dividers here, kind of dividing up the water. If you see those, then you know your location. You also have to dive under these rocks. There you go, sped that up a little bit. It's not, you know, too long of a journey. It took long enough. So, if you're curious, the tip won't pop up, you know, to say like your destiny is to get loot. It won't pop up until you like reach this area here. So once you reach this little area with the chest and the bags, the zombies will start spawning as well. And as I was watching people like look for these Easter eggs, like I said before, it was so much, like my experience was different than what I expected. Like everybody was saying like, oh, you'll kill a few zombies, like a couple zombies will spawn. I was not aware of how many zombies were gonna spawn. Like it wasn't crazy. It's not like I was bombarded by a bunch, but it definitely took a lot longer than I expected. And they also spawn in this middle island here as well, so be on the lookout because they will go behind you if you're not paying attention to where they are on your mini-map. You know, eventually, just chopping a lot of heads off. This sword was so useful. If you do look for these Easter eggs as soon as you finish the prologue, when you want to get these done, I would recommend getting the sword first because it's really useful, especially for this Easter egg because you are killing a lot of zombies and a lot of them do spawn at the same time. So you want to kill them as efficiently as you can, and as soon as you start, you really don't have really powerful weapons, so having this powerful sword makes it a lot easier. I'll also show you what's in these chests here. There we go. I think it was just like a pouch and a water pipe, nothing too special, but that's what I got. Then I also just spent some time looking for, you know, the money I earned for killing all those zombies. Might as well, you know, get some cash. There we go. I think that's about it. Now I'm finding my way out. There we go. I didn't speed this part up. Okay, well you just like swim your way back out. Nothing too crazy. And our next and final location we'll be going to for this video is that really tall building where you can get the Korek machete, I believe. So, again, you can slow this video down if you want, take the exact same path I did, or you can find probably your own more efficient path. I really have no patience, no like planning, so it's really just, you know, getting there the best that I could. It's, you know, pretty easy to find, I would say. And you really want to get to this side of the building. You'll notice there's like that open archway. That's how you know you're in the right spot. For this part, I took a little bit of a break, so so I had to edit some of it out so it wasn't as long. You can notice some of it gets a little choppy, especially like climbing up on that air conditioner. But right after that, it's completely fine. You can, you know, figure your way up. It's not that hard. So, you know, have to make it harder than it needs to be and just be difficult with it. Oh, there you go again. Looking for some more valuables. And it is right here on top of these boxes. There we go. I sped it up as well because it took quite a while. Like as I said before, my experience looking for these Easter eggs was a lot different than what I expected and what I saw. Like I always want to be as real as possible, honest, and, you know. And everybody that I watched said you have to kick the box 50 times. So I was there counting, like 1, 2, 3, like I got to 50 and it still wasn't opening. I was like, alright, 51, 52, 68, 71, like I literally got to about 79 kicks, I think, before it opened. Ended here at the tower because that's where we will be starting our next video for more Easter eggs, so stay tuned and subscribe.